I don't think Forrest Gump really needs an introduction. It's an amazing movie, and if you haven't watched it, then go watch it. Now, I'm going to be talking about Jenny. Yeah, Jenny, everyone's favorite character. When people talk about Jenny from Forrest Gump, it's usually one of two things. So it's either she's a bad character, she treats Forrest like garbage, and the other option is she's misunderstood and she doesn't deserve all the hate. Mostly people pick option one because, well, they're kinda right. Throughout most of the movie, Jenny treats Forrest pretty bad. And by pretty bad, I mean not caring about him enough and always leaving him whenever they see each other. Especially towards the end of the movie when they're at his house and then she just leaves. Because that's what she does for most of the movie. And I think that's something people have wondered. Why is she like this? Even on videos where Jenny isn't even there, they still talk badly about her. They still say mean things about her. This video isn't supposed to be a in defense of Jenny video. No. I honestly don't think she's the best character even. But that doesn't mean I hate her. She's just there, I guess. But just like the title says, these are my thoughts on Jenny from Forrest Gump. Part 1. The Cycle. So one of my favorite scenes in the movie is when Forrest and Jenny are walking until they reach Jenny's old childhood home. Jenny just kind of breaks down. First she starts to throw her shoes at it, then she starts to throw rocks at it, and then she just falls to the ground in utter despair. And even though we don't really know what happened fully, it's implied that her dad did bad things to her. So yeah, that whole house just gives Jenny bad memories. And she says, "How could you do those things?" referring to her dad. For years, Jenny desperately tries to be free, but she just ends up staying more and more trapped than before. Her childhood is compromised of her getting away from her home and staying with Forrest. She wants to fly far away. That's why she's used to just running away. And honestly, it's really sad. Throughout the movie, we see Jenny in various places. She always looks different. She's usually in the same situation too. She's with a group of people that we don't know, and she's in these bad situations. She's singing with her guitar or she's doing drugs, and Jenny refuses to let Forrest help her. Always. Jenny refuses to get any help. Jenny wants this to happen, since she's used to bad things happening to her from a very young age, as we see with her dad abusing her, and her always fleeing from something, even her own life. She leaves that town because of the abuse she got from her dad. The result of that was that she feels like that the only attention she can get is from bad people who do bad things, since that's all she got from her dad. And any attention, even if it's bad enough, is good for her. We see that all the time. Part 2. Jenny is a character that represents someone that is lost in life. When Jenny is with that man in the car, Forrest thinks that there is probably something bad happening. And you know what? There probably is. I don't know. But even when Forrest tries to help her, she gets mad at him. And this happens over and over and over. Okay, we all know that Jenny has a bad past. And we know that even though you have a bad past, that doesn't really justify your bad actions that you do now. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? But even then, I still think that Jenny is simply lost. She's just trying to get out of these situations, but she keeps making it worse for herself. I mean, she dies of freaking AIDS, guys! Literally because of all of these bad people she meets. And I think it's because she chose the bad path or something, I don't know. And by bad path, I'm talking about her going with people she's known less than Forrest. Because, unlike Forrest, she willingly goes with these people and puts herself in these situations. Because it's all she's ever known. And Forrest just kind of does whatever they tell him to, usually. Not saying that's a bad thing, it's just that Jenny chooses to surround herself with people like that. In the college dorm scene, Jenny tells Forrest that she wants to be someone, which is why Jenny travels a lot, and it's why she meets all these bad people, because she wants to become someone. It's why she's singing with her guitar in the first place. This is just how Jenny is. Even though Forrest technically has it all together, he's just wandering. He doesn't know what he's simply doing is helping people and having a positive effect on them. Jenny, on the other hand, is really the only one that Forrest understands. Jenny treats Forrest just like how everyone else treats him, and who can blame her, kind of. However, she just feels like she's too good for him, and that's why she leaves him towards the end of the movie. Until she comes back, of course. It's because Jenny feels ashamed and guilty. She feels like she did something to Forrest. But, I mean, Forrest seemed okay with it. He never really got mad at her. It was just Jenny that decided to go. Forrest treats Jenny with a lot of kindness. And yeah, he does this to everyone he meets, but, like, even to people who probably don't deserve it. But that's just how he is. And I feel like a lot of people from those YouTube comments could really learn something out of it. I don't know. Part 3, Forrest. I know I've already talked about Forrest a lot, but Forrest going back to Jenny isn't really a bad thing. He's giving her a chance and chance again. When Forrest is alone, he'll say that he's thinking of Jenny. Jenny provides Forrest comfort because in his mind, Jenny is still the little girl that he used to play with before. Not only that, but he always refers to Jenny as like a special friend. He's loyal to Jenny because he has known Jenny for a long time. They obviously have a strong emotional bond. For Forrest, Jenny to him has a very special place in his heart. The love that Forrest feels for Jenny is unconditional and special. He cares about Jenny so much because Jenny was kind to him during his childhood days, and Forrest just needed his friend the whole time. He gives Jenny her time and lets her live her own life while he waits for his first love. But Jenny doesn't see that. With the time that they have spent apart, Jenny just sees Forrest as some childhood friend, and she doesn't value him the same way he does. I mean, yeah, sure, they spend their whole childhood together, but Jenny is ready to grow up. She doesn't realize that the bond that they have is special and rare until it is too late. Jenny loved Forrest. She just didn't realize it until later. Part 4, Damaged. If I could think of any characters that are like Jenny, it would be Asuka from Evangelion. Asuka is also from a broken home, and she also has issues with love and loving herself. Another character would be Cassie from Euphoria, who makes bad choices, spends time with bad people, and doesn't treat those who love her right. Both of these characters are hated on, just like Jenny. People are missing the point. These characters aren't villains or whiny people that want sympathy. They're characters that are broken and need a second chance, just like Jenny. So yeah, we know that most people really hate her when all she really has is just psychological problems, things from her past that make her like this. She treats Forrest like how most people treat him in his life, and she feels like she's worthless. She doesn't love herself. We don't see her mother, so I assume she's dead. Her father wasn't really the best, and how could she fully love Forrest if she didn't even love herself? When Forrest kept saying he loved her, Jenny felt bitter about it. You don't know what love is. It's just Jenny self-projecting. In conclusion, Jenny is a character that is constantly seen as something else. I'm not saying that it's bad to hate Jenny. It's fine to have your own opinion. But understand that this girl has psychological issues. Jenny is not the villain. She's a character that was broken from the beginning. All the bad things in her life caught up to her, and it's what caused her death in the end. Jenny's story gives us the lesson to not make bad choices in life. Be like Forrest or Lieutenant Dan. I want to make a video on Lieutenant Dan. Mark my words, one day I'll make a video on him. Because at least he ends up better than Jenny last name. I don't know. Go easy on me. This was my first analysis. This is my first YouTube video, okay?